My city depended on me, that's on G.O.D. Grew up watching my mom become what daddy couldn't be. I ball like MLB, these Bottega boots ain't cheap. My car ain't got no key, I push the start to start my week. I'm in this.
It's the NFL on.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. From the 6. And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater. First play, Bridgewater looking to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Micah Parsons in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Third and short yardage, Bridgewater. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Bridgewater now. Thomas brings it in. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Teddy Bridgewater. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the Cowboys winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here back home in Arlington. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Inside give to Elliott. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off. A pretty decent gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 31-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The Cowboys at 7-6, a game over 500 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 43 yards rushing for them on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And we are tied at 7. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From the 6. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
But they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. To throw is Bridgewater. Thomas has got it, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did? Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice for such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Calling a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Prescott to throw it. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Lamb. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And this brings up a 3rd and goal.
When you think about the strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And it's now 21-7. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Bridgewater to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Micah Parsons.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here's Bridgewater.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score.
Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Play action now, Bridgewater.
And that is caught downfield by Thomas.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Bridgewater. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater. And Thomas has it.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Bridgewater.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Commanders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point good by Prater. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. Now a hit and a loose football.
And it looks like, yes, the Commanders have it. So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. A first down throw for Bridgewater.
Going right.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the offense is able to pounce on it inside the 5-yard line.
Previous play is under review. After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
So we have come to halftime, and what's already...
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. And right side, they're going to go option here. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott to the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On third down, it's Prescott.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
William Jackson with a pick.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up second down.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And some room to roam now.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 66 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Bridgewater on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On third down, Elliott. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Prescott on first down.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away. Throwing, Prescott.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Here's Brian Anger now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what did they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how did they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
Well, so much for being backed up against their goal line to start the drive. He gave some breathing room and then some. I think the defense really got caught thinking safety, trying to stack the line of scrimmage. And oftentimes, if you can get past the initial grouping, there's a lot of room to run. The defense actually fortunate that didn't go farther.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game.
86 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Flushed it, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 43. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Dallas offense set for this next drive.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score.
Back now in Arlington.
2nd and 10.
It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th.
On second down, Elliott once more.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Bridgewater.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. He still brings it in. Off the tip here on the deep shot.
A huge play there for Washington. And even 40 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run. And the football, right on the money.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Add this gain to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Jahan Dotson.
31 yards.
And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
So, wow, he scrambles right, throws across his body all the way back to the left, but it worked out.
Wouldn't you just love to hear the thought process of the offensive coordinators that play unfolded? And I think a lot of it was, no. Nice throw, my man. Nice throw.
I'd also like to hear the quarterback what's going on in his head as that ball leaves his hand.
Oh, please let it get there, because otherwise I'm in big trouble.
Prater for the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC.
Well, the current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wild-card teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, their message has been clear. We're keeping a foot on the gas to the very end.
And how about the theater and the drama that's involved, partner? The best part, we've got a front row seat to it all. And I think this is obviously the ultimate goal when they added a 7th seed to the playoffs back in 2020. More drama, more teams in it late in the season, and more important on games like this.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You can give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not...
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense set to take over. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
1st down, Bridgewater.
Target is to Dotson, and he's got him.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On second down, Bridgewater again. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Now that one came close to hitting the big scoreboard up there as the fair catch is made inside the 20-yard line. Now Washington down on the scoreboard. 1:45 to play. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Bridgewater to throw. And that's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going. And I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Desperation time. 4th down. Bridgewater. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. Thank goodness. That means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. So instead of the incredibly obvious choice of trying to punt it out near midfield, now they left their defense with no margin for error.
No, 0. And I don't care how much confidence you have in your defense. I don't care if you say, hey, I'm going to be aggressive because those guys can pick me up. You really put them in an impossible situation because at the least, you're giving up 3 in that situation, right? So I would have punted the ball out of there and given them a little bit of a cushion.
They'll try again with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. An extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead now up to 14. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing is Bridgewater. He's got McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Bridgewater's throw complete to Dotson.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
The second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Now Bridgewater on 4th down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
And the Cowboys come up with a late turnover, but it would probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys.